Hello, everyone. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Mindworkzz. So, this is to all the learners out there that with this video, we are starting with this new video series on current affairs, wherein we would cover the important events and happenings of India and the world on a weekly basis. So, every week, we would release a video on current affairs. So please ensure that you enable the notifications from this channel so that you're timely informed when we release a video. And in this particular video, I would cover the current affairs for last week, which is from September 18 to September 24th. So let's get started on that note. So Shanti Niketan has been included in UNESCO World Heritage List. So Shanti Niketan, it's a cultural and educational hub in Bengal's Birbhum district. And it was founded by the Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore, and it has been included, it has earned a coveted spot on UNESCO's World Heritage List. Now, this is a significant milestone for India as it celebrates the legacy of this unique institution. And this decision to include Shanti Niketan in the prestigious list was made during the 45th session of the World Heritage Committee, which was held in Saudi Arabia. And with this inclusion, very important students, with this inclusion, India now has 41 sites on the World Heritage List, on UNESCO's World Heritage List. And importantly, this latest edition makes India sixth, it ranks India sixth on the World Heritage List, which means that we have sixth highest number of, institutions or sites on the UNESCO World Heritage List, sixth highest. And just to give you a brief background of this institution. So Shanti Niketan, it was first spotted, this scenic landscape, it was first spotted by Rabindranath Tagore, who happens to be the father of Rabindranath Tagore. And however, it was in 1901 that Rabindranath Tagore, he established an ashram here, an educational institution, which was modeled on the ancient Indian pedagogical approach. And Shanti Niketan since then has evolved to become Vishwa Bharati University, which is one of India's prestigious institutions. And the university offers degrees program in a wide range of disciplines like humanities and social sciences and fine arts and music and whatnot. So basically, students, this inclusion of Shanti Niketan in UNESCO's World Heritage List, it is a momentous achievement for India, and it also celebrates the enduring legacy of Rabindranath Tagore as well as the cultural and educational significance of Shanti Niketan and Vishwa Bharati University. Moving on. So Hoysala temples have also been now included on UNESCO's World Heritage Site list. And it is India's 42nd World Heritage Site. So the way Shanti Niketan has been added to the list, similarly, Hoysala temples have also been included on the UNESCO World Heritage list. So Hoysala, there are these very famed temples of Belur, Halibut, and Sumantapura in Karnataka. And these three set of, temples have been added to UNESCO's World Heritage Site, making them the 42nd site from India to be included on the list. And, these were also the temples were finalized as India's nomination for consideration as World Heritage for the year 2023. And, this whole proposal was made way back, in 2014. And it was on the tentative list of UNESCO, but now they have been included on the final list. So Hoysala temples, they are known for their intricate carvings and exquisite architecture. So they were built by the Hoysala Empire, which ruled over a large part of the southern India between 10th and the 14th century. And basically, the three temples that have been included on the UNESCO World Heritage List. So you have Chenakeshwara Temple of Belur, Hoysaleshwar Temple of Halibil, and Keshav Temple of Sumanthapura. And they were constructed during the 12th and the 13th century. So this is another achievement for India. Students, Prime Minister Modi has inaugurated Yashobhumi Convention Center. So, it marked a historic moment when Prime Minister Modi, he unveiled the India International Convention and Expo Center. Please keep in mind, students, what is it? India International Convention and Expo Center. It is called Yashobhumi, right? So this is a state-of-the-art facility constructed at a cost of rupees 5,400 crores, and it promises to redefine the landscape of meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions on a global scale. So basically, we have this MICE industry, students, right? So it stands for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. So it is an emerging industry, and this addition of Yashobhumi would redefine the entire landscape of mice on a global scale. And it stands as a testament to India's commitment to a world-class event hosting, and it boasts of an expansive project area of 8.9 lakh meters, area exceeding 1.8 lakh square meters. So basically, it is huge. Now, some key features of this convention center. So there's this comprehensive convention center which spans more than 73,000 square meters and encompasses 15 convention rooms, including the main auditorium, grand ballroom, and 13 meeting rooms. And it can house or accommodate up to 11,000 delegates at a time. And the other features include the cutting edge technology, the plenary hall, innovative seating. So interestingly, seating is like the auditorium seating, which is a tiered arrangement of seating. And then you have this grand ballroom and connectivity. So these are the key features of Yashobhumi Convention Center. Moving on, students, the old Parliament building to be called as Samvidhan Sadan. So we all know that very recently the Indian Parliament has now shifted to a new state-of-the-art building. And Prime Minister Modi has announced that the new name for the old Parliament building would be Samvidhan Sadan, or the Constitution House, because it was at this place that the Constitution was written. So it holds a lot of historical and cultural significance for India. This iconic structure was designed by British architects Sir Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker, and it was completed in 1927. So these are important static questions. You could be asked that, who were the architects of the old Parliament building and when was it completed? So, and it has, witnessed some of the most pivotal moments in Indian history, including the drafting and passing of the India's constitution. And PM Modi emphasized the importance of preserving the legacy and significance of this historical building. And this renaming not only pays homage to the past, but also, it connects the future generation to the great leaders who once convened here in the Constitution Assembly, and it also celebrates our, they are also stark reminder to our democratic roots. Next, students, Neeraj Chopra finishes second in Diamond League final. So Neeraj Chopra, India's star javelin thrower and the reigning world champion, displayed his skill and resolve at the Diamond League finals. However, he had to settle for the second position. We know that recently he won gold at the World Athletic Championship. But in the Diamond League final, he secured the second position, and his best throw was of 83.80 meters. And Neeraj Chopra had previously clinched the Diamond League crown in 2022, so he was the reigning, world champion. However, this year he secured the second rank. Next, students, Ferrari's Carlos Sainz wins Singapore Grand Prix 2023. So, Ferrari Carlos Sainz, he won the Singapore Grand Prix to end Formula One leader Max Verstappen's record run of 10 wins. So Max, Verstappen, he had been winning back to back in the last 10 tournaments. However, this time Carlos Sainz, he ended his winning streak and he won the Singapore Grand Prix. And McLaren, Lando Norris finished a close second, and Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton took third place in this tournament. Next, students, invitation to US President Biden for Republic Day celebration. So, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he has extended an invitation to the US President Joe Biden to be the chief guest at India's Republic Day celebrations on January 26th next year. And US Ambassador Eric Garsti, he confirmed this invitation and stating that it is under consideration by the US government. And President Biden is also scheduled to visit India in 2024 for the Quad Summit around that time. So the Indian government is trying to coordinate the two events together and trying to align, the summit with this visit. And a US-India Defense and Foreign Minister 2+2 meeting is being scheduled for November in Delhi, setting the stage for Biden's potential visit in January. Interestingly, he would be the third president to whom such an invitation has been extended. The first being President Obama, who visited India for the Republic Day event. And Trump, of course, he turned down the invitation for some reason, but it is under consideration by President Biden. Next, students, government launches 3 transformative initiatives for farmers. So, in a significant move aimed at revolutionizing the agriculture in India and enhancing the incomes of the farmers, so 3 game-changing initiatives have been launched by the government, which would focus on agri-credit and crop insurance. And they were unveiled by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar. So you all should know that that the Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare is Narendra Singh Tomar. And the 3 initiatives that have been launched are Kisan Rin Portal, which would basically facilitate the credit services to the farmers. So it would focus on agri credit. Next would be door-to-door KCC campaigning. That means it would be a step towards financial inclusion, where the government would run a campaign to spread awareness about the credit services facility available to the farmers, and it would be a door-to-door campaign. And the third would be Weather Information Network Data Systems Manual, wherein the farmers would be provided with real-time, advisory on the changing weather patterns and help them make data-based informed decisions on the cropping, on the crops that they select to sow. So these are 3 game-changing initiatives that can prove transformative for the farmers and the agricultural sector. Next, students, Elavenil Valarivan wins air rifle gold in Rio World Cup. So, Indian shooter Valarivan secured a remarkable victory in women's 10-meter air rifle event at the ISSF World Cup 2023, which was held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And, she made an impressive score of 252.2 from a series of 24 shots. And this victory marked her second individual ISSF World Cup medal. She had previously clinched the gold medal in 2019 tournament also. Next, students, India-Canada relations strained over allegations of Sikh separatist involvement. So Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau uh, announced that there was credible information linking Indian government agents to the murder of a Sikh separatist leader, Mr. Nijjar, in British Columbia. And this announcement, unfortunately, marks a significant worsening of the bilateral ties of India and Canada. And it has given rise to discussions on social media regarding potential connections between Indian intelligence agencies and the overseas deaths of certain leaders, separatist leaders on the Canadian soil. So that's this Khalistan factor in Canadian politics. So Canada is home to the world's second largest Sikh population, trailing only behind India. So Canada has this huge Sikh population, and Sikhs make up more than 2% of Canada's total population, totaling nearly 8 lakh people. And they're also the fourth largest religious community in Canada. They're also known for rapid growth and economic prosperity within the country. So basically, they are a very economically prosperous community and very important vote bank also for the Canada government. Next, students, Union Education Minister launches Skills on Wheels initiative to empower rural youth. So, in a significant move to empower rural youth, especially women, and equip them with essential digital skills, Union Education and Skill Development Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, so you should know the name of the Union Education and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Minister. So it is he's Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, and he, alongside Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, they inaugurated this groundbreaking initiatives called as Skills on Wheels. So the primary objective of this initiative is to enhance the employability of rural youth. So you should know this, that what is the objective of this mission? It is to enhance the employability of the rural youth by equipping them with the requisite digital skills and making them job ready, and to enable them to face the challenges of the future job market. And this initiative is a collaborative effort between NSDC, which is National Skill Development Corporation, and in the bank. So you should know that it is a collaborative effort between these two agencies. So some of the key features of the Skills on Wheels initiative. Number one, it would empower 60,000 rural youth in the next 5 years. It would primarily focus on digital skills. Then it is a partnership with NSDC, partnership between NSDC and IndusInd Bank. It would customize mobile skill training unit students. And lastly, it would have an extensive geographic coverage, especially focusing on the rural and remote areas. Moving on. Indian origin author novel Western Lane shortlisted in Booker Prize 2023. So the Booker Prize, we know it is one of the most prestigious literary awards in the world. And so there's this judging panel which has unveiled the final list of 6 novels. So initially there was this, there was this long list of 13 titles that were shortlisted from all the books that were released last year. And from that, a final list of 6 novels has been shortlisted. And they were selected from a pool of 163 books. And Chetna Maru of Indian origin, her novel Western Lane has been shortlisted in the top 6 books. And she's London-based Indian origin author Chetna Maru. And this is her debut novel called Western Lane. So, questions on books and authors are very common questions on the GK section of various exams. So you should know the names of all the books and their authors that were released in the last 1 year at least. So this can be an important question that whether she, regardless of whether she goes on to win the title or not, that who has written Western Lane, or what is the name of Chetna Maru's debut novel. So you should know that it is Western Lane. And it has earned a well-deserved place on the prestigious Booker Prize list. And the novel tells a poignant story of an 11-year-old British Gujarati named Gopi and her bond with her family. So I hope, we just hope that she goes on to win the Booker Prize as well. Next, students, BCCI announces SBI Life as official partner for 2023-26 season. So this makes for a very important business awareness question, that which company, which corporate has partnered with BCCI as the official partner. So BCCI is Board of Control for Cricket in India, and it has announced SBI Life as the official partner for BCCI domestic and international season 2023-26. And this is a 3-year deal. And the partnership will begin with the upcoming, with the 3-match ODI series against Australia. And SBI Life Insurance Company Limited, commonly known as SBI Life, is one of the leading life insurance companies in India. It is a joint venture between State Bank of India, which is obviously one of the biggest PSU banks in the country, one of the trustworthy names, and BNP Paribas Cardiff, which is a multinational insurance company based in France. Right. So there could be questions on SBI Life also, given that it is in the news. Next, students, Biswanath Ghat in Assam has been chosen as the best tourism village of India in 2023. So, in a recent announcement, the Ministry of Tourism has declared Biswanath Ghat in Assam as the best tourism village of India for the year 2023. And this comes after, this announcement comes after an extensive selection process. And Biswanath Ghat, students, so where is it located? It is located in Assam. And what has it been declared? The best tourism village of India for the year 2023 by the Ministry of Tourism. It is also known as the Gupta Kashi, and it is situated to the south of Biswanath Chariali town. And this name is derived from the ancient Biswanath temple, and it draws a parallel with Kashi during the lustrous Gupta Empire era. So there's a Shiva temple also that graces the confluence of the river with Brahmaputra in this at this place. Next, Quad foreign ministers meet on the sidelines of United Nations General Assembly. So Quad is a grouping of 4 countries, which is the US, India, Australia, and Japan. And they're basically working together to ensure, maritime security, particularly, and the overall security also in the Indo-Pacific region. And informally, it is seen as a body to counter the growing assertiveness or hegemony of China. So, on the sidelines of the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly, uh, foreign minister from these nations would come together to discuss various important issues. And like I said, the agenda or the objective of this grouping is to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific region, emphasizing the resolution of disputes in accordance with international law. Next, students, a pride moment for India. India becomes #1 ranked team in all formats of cricket. So after India's 5-wicket win against Australia, India became the #1 ranked team in all the 3 formats, which is the Test, the ODIs, and the T20s. And India has displaced Pakistan from the top of the ODI rankings, while they lead in England in the T20 rankings. And in the longest format, which is the Test format, they are in the first place, while Australia are right behind them. And this makes India #1 in all the 3 formats. And India has become only the 2nd team in history of cricket to achieve this wonderful feat, that to be ranked #1 in all the 3 formats, across the formats, after South Africa did this in 2014. Next student, Swati Nayak from Odisha to receive the 2023 Norman Borlaug Field Award. So this coveted award honors her innovative approach to engaging farmers in demand-driven rice feed system, from testing and deployment to access adoption of climate resilient and nutrition rice varieties. So basically, she works in the agricultural sector, and she's committed to bringing about changes and advancement in the agricultural sector. She's serving as a scientist and holds the position of South Asia leader for seed system and product management at the CGIAR International Rice Research Institute located in the Philippines. And she has contributed towards revolutionizing the rice agriculture and have earned this distinguished accolade from the World Food Prize Selection Jury. So Swati Nayak is the name, students. Please keep it in mind. Lastly, students, the sports minister cancels visit to Asian Games due to China's denial of entry to Arunachal Pradesh. So we know, students, that the Asian Games are being held in China. And the Union Sports Minister, Anurag Thakur, please keep the name in mind. Who is the Union Sports Minister? Mr. Anurag Thakur. And he has cancelled, he's called off his trip to the Asian Games in protest of China's refusal to grant entry to Indian wushu players from Arunachal Pradesh. And this decision has come in the middle of an official protest by the Indian government against China's discriminatory treatment of these athlete students. So we all know that China lays claims to certain territories in Arunachal Pradesh and in the Ladakh region, and these are disputed, um, you know, areas between India and China. And so, in line with that, China has denied entry to Arunachal players. And in protest of that, India's sports minister Anurag Thakur has cancelled off his trip to the Asian Games. And three players are Naiman Wangshu, Unalutega, and Mepung Lambu. And they're wushu players, and they were denied entry into China despite possessing valid accreditations from the event organizer. So, a very unfortunate event there. And it just casts doubts on their participation in the event. So that's all for this video, students. I would come up with another video next week covering the current affairs. So that's all from my side. Thank you. Take care.